Good morning, fellow patriots. Like conservative patriot here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Good morning to all of you. Hope you guys have a great. I want to say thank you to a couple of individuals who donated to help me out a little bit. I truly appreciate it. You know who you are. So I came across this video. Lake Ferry Prepper actually posted on a community tab. I think it was late last night. And it's talking about the supposed tsunami that's supposed to hit the East Coast. Well, personally, in my opinion, I think it's just a scare tactic. Because you gotta understand something. Now, I'm definitely gonna link this video in its description box below so you guys can check it out for yourself. I think they're using this as a scare tactic, obviously, and also their way to lure us into FEMA camps. So you gotta be careful. I see a lot of it on YouTube, but I don't really see anything, you know, any articles or conservative other people talking about it. So now I'm not saying, you know, you guys are wrong or anything. Don't bite my head off. Now I watched that whole video and it got me to thinking, you know, what is this? Because you gotta remember, the deep state and the globalist, fair use by the way, YouTube, Copyright Act of 1976. What if they use this as a disguise to say, oh, come on into the truck. We're going to take you to a refugee camp. And in the video it describes that that wasn't the case, that they'll take it up to FEMA camps. So basically, in a nutshell, the deep state, along with the globalists and the elite, now they're losing their grip on humanity. So why not cause another scare event? I mean, this is just my opinion, just my thoughts, by just watching this video. You know, and I know, you know, people are quick to jump on it and everything, which is fine. But we really gotta look at, you know, look at these things before, you know. Now, I'm not saying anybody's wrong here. Don't get the wrong idea. Because, you know, that's just whatever. But after watching that video, it makes sense. Because you gotta think, what's going on in Australia, what's going on in Europe, you got United Kingdom, all over the place. People are starting to wake up. People are starting to realize what this is all about. This whole medical tyranny that we're dealing with right now, people are starting to wake up to it. Say, wait a minute, what is really going on here? Now I know I've already stated this, so I really want you to take a look at this video. Thank you to Lake Ferry Prepper for putting that in a community tab, by the way. I watched the whole thing, and it's exactly what they plan to do. They plan on evacuating people out the whatever, and say, oh, come with us, we're going to save you from the tsunami. They're going to find out there is no tsunami. They're going to be lying to you. So, watch the video. We definitely need to take a deep breath when stuff like this hits and say, wait a minute, okay, this, you know, there's a lot off about all this. Because think about it. Like I stated earlier, the deep state and the global elite and the globalists are losing their grip on us. They're losing it. They're losing control. Just think about it. I mean, it's clear as day. You see it, like I said earlier, in Australia, Europe, UK, Japan, all over the place. Sweden, Germany, all over the place. Because people know what this is all about. People know exactly what this is all about. Let me tell you. Sometimes, to know the truth, I guess sometimes it has to hit you flat in your face. And when reality finally sinks in, I'm like, wait a minute. You said 15 days to whatever, and now you said, oh, even though you got the Jabberwocky, you still have to do the slave face diaper. So, like I said, I'm not calling anybody a liar here. That's not what I'm about here. It's just after watching that video, it all makes sense. It could be the big scare event that everybody's been, talking about. All we could do is speculate at this point. But I believe this is the deep state and the globalist elite cabal. I mean, a global elite, globalist, last attempt to control all enslaved humanity. Well, and I'm telling you right now, if they do decide to lock us down again, you're going to see the biggest uprising that you'll ever see in this nation's history. Like, we're not going to put up with that. Like I said, not calling for violence, not calling for any of that stuff. Fair use, YouTube. Copyright Act of 1976. But yeah, you will see the biggest uprising. It's gonna tick off a lot of people, and this thing's really gonna kick off. You think it's small now? Wait till 100 million people go on the street. Oh man. You think they'd be scared then? Wait until they see that. They're going to be crapping their pants. As the saying goes, I said this in some of my videos, when the people fear the government, there's tyranny. When the government fears the people, there's liberty. Thomas Jefferson said that quote. Very good quote. I really like that one. So, the way I see it is this. The longer we stay afraid of the government, the more tyrannical they're going to get. You understand what I'm saying? So the more we stay complicit, the more we stay in our homes. I'm not saying, there's definitely setups and false flags going on everywhere. Obviously, we're all seeing it. I mean, it was a small turnout in D.C., about maybe 500 or less. It wasn't too bad, but we definitely outsmarted them that day, because they were hoping for a reaction. They didn't get it. So see, haha. So I want you guys to really look at that video. Even though I know it's from a couple months ago, but it's still pretty good. It details basically what the FEMA camp is, and how if you disobey, they will shoot you dead. Now, I'm not trying to freak anybody out or scare people. I'm just making you aware. Be very careful what you read, because you gotta understand something. The deep state, along with the globalists and the elite, they're very good at deception. Very good at it. That's what Satan does. They're very clever what they do. So you gotta be careful, because I know a lot of people have said, "Oh my God," freaking out over this. I think it's another way for the deep state and the globalist last ditch effort to enslave humanity. It's not gonna work. Guys, look at what's going on in Australia. They have had enough. But it's pretty sad that the world has to be the example. Why can't... I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that. I know it's really starting to go here. It's pretty good turnout in Washington, D.C. There was only one arrest made. Apparently, it was a federal officer. Apparently. So they just arrested their own. I'm sure he got off the hook, you know. Because, you know, corruption, you know, money talks and crap walks, you know. So, I wouldn't stress about this whole Tsunami issue too much, because after watching that video, it makes total sense what they plan to do. Use this as cover to say, oh, there's a tsunami, get in the truck so we can take you to a refugee camp. No, that's the type of tactics that they're gonna tell you. But that once you realize where you're actually going, you realize you've been lied to. And let me tell you, there's FEMA camps all over the country. It's been around for decades. It's not nothing new here. What they're being used for, we don't know. Allegedly. Okay, I have to call it that way. Allegedly. So, I wouldn't worry about this issue too much. I think it's just another last-ditch effort by the deep state and the globalists and the elite to try and scare us into submission. That's just my opinion. So, I wouldn't stress about this all too much, because that's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to fear and panic. We need to keep our full armor of God on and remain strong. And be very careful where we get things from. Now, I'm not saying anybody's wrong here. Don't chew my head off. Okay? I'm not saying anybody's wrong about, but after watching that video, it made total sense what they want to do. That was from 2 months ago. Let that sink in. So, I wouldn't stress about this whole Tsunami thing too much. I mean, yeah, you know, do what you gotta do. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to run your life, whatever. But I'm not stressing about it, because I think it's just another scare tactic to get us to submit further into their medical tyranny. Never look over here, not over there, type of thing. You know what I mean? So, that's all I got. I wouldn't stress about this. Just take a deep breath. You know, understand it's a lot of whatever. YouTubers saying this, YouTubers saying that. We don't know if it's true or not. We don't. But like I said, I'm not saying, you know, nobody's wrong in this whole thing. It's just, you know, you gotta be very careful where you get your information from. Because there's a lot of disinformation going out there, and the deep state is very much a part of that. So you gotta be careful. Deep state and the globalists, people drop the gun way too fast. That's what I'm seeing here. But anyway, that's all I got. Don't take any offense by it. I'm just giving you my opinion, my thoughts on the whole subject. So I'll leave that in the video, in the description box below. Watch the whole thing, not just part of it. Watch the whole thing, so you can understand what they plan to do. Okay? Okay, fair use again. Copyright Act of 1976. This is the Conservative Patriot. God bless all of you. God bless the dear elected you-know-who, Mr. T. And God bless America. Stay to fight, Patriots. Huzzah!